Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Wednesday morning, as always, a coffee kind of morning. And I'm out of coffee. I have to get another one. Today, I wanted to continue my Great Bands You Need to Listen to series. I haven't been done doing that for a bit, as there's been contests going on and all kinds of other stuff going on. Today, I'm going to talk about an amazing Canadian band that you should all know, and you probably do, because you guys are smart and you guys are intelligent, you know music like the back of your hand. But today I'm going to talk about BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. Great Canadian band. This is their first 8 studio albums. Great little box set. I also have a couple of vinyls that I'm going to show you as well. But great band, formed in 1973 from Winnipeg, Manitoba, by ex-Guess Who guitarist Randy Bachman. Also includes his brother Robbie Bachman on drums. Originally, rhythm guitarist Tim Bachman, and bassist and vocalist Fred Turner. So you got the growly vocals of Fred Turner highlighted against the higher vocals of Randy Bachman. They shared vocals on that. Great stuff. Over their career, they've had 5 top 40 albums, 6 U.S. top 40 singles, 11 in Canada, 5 gold albums, 6 platinum selling albums. They've sold through more than 30 million albums worldwide. These guys are huge. Just a Canadian icon type of band for sure. If you don't know BTO, definitely you should know them. Definitely a band you need to listen to. Their music is a combination of hard rock and blues rock and boogie rock. Heavy stuff at times. Really heavy stuff. Between 73 and 79, they released 9 studio albums. Again, all captured in this great box set. And starting off with their first one, I also have it on vinyl. Great debut album. No singles off of this one, but still. So it's got some great gems on it. And a couple of nice surprises. It's heavy, but then you've got this jazzy blue collar with Randy Bachman does an amazing lead solo on that one. You've got Give Me Your Money Please, Hold Back the Water, Stayed Awake All Night, Don't Get Yourself in Trouble. Just some great tracks. Actually, the great Swiss heavy metal band Crocus covers Stayed Awake All Night on their album Headhunter, and I love that album. They do a great version. They also do a great live version as well. But BTO's debut album, so good. 1973 release. Then you have BTO 2. Okay. Another great album. These are on the Caroline label. These box set CDs. This would be the last to feature Tim Bachman on guitar, but great album. I love this one. Let It Ride is the big hit off of this one. The first top 40, the first top 4 hit in the States, and of course the huge hit that they're known for, their staple. Taking Care of Business. Just like the Guess Who's American Woman, Taking Care of Business is BTO's swan song. You've also got Blown and Give It Time. Just a great second album, just to continue on with their greatness. One of my favorites and their most commercially successful album, Not Fragile, their third album. Okay. The first to feature Blair Thornton on rhythm and lead guitar. So they became a 2 lead guitar band, which gave them a broader sound, which I really like. Blair Thornton's very underrated guitarist for sure. 1974 release, the third album, the most commercially successful album, as I said. The album reached #1 in the States. That's how good it was. The first to feature, again, Blair Thornton on lead guitar. A triple platinum selling album. You got the heavy, Not Fragile, the title track. Roll On Down the Highway, the huge hit, You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, and another heavy track, Sledgehammer. Just, these guys can be so heavy. So heavy. Another great album, their fourth album, Four Wheel Drive. These guys were just kicking on all cylinders at this point. I love the title track on this one. 1975 release, the fourth album, #1 in Canada, #5 in the States. Hey You is the big hit off of this one. Still plays on classic rock radio today. The album was only recorded in 6 days. And a lot of the tracks were left over from the Not Fragile session. So imagine how good Not Fragile was. They just continued that role and used up all the great songs they had. And again, 6 days it was done. Quick Change Artist is another great track off of that one. And then you've got their fifth album, Head On. Okay. One of the last to reach the top 40. They really peaked on their first 4 albums, and they just kind of petered out at that point, unfortunately. Take It Like a Man was a single off this one. Actually, Little Richard played piano on Take It Like a Man. And Looking Out for #1, also Down the Line, the other singles off of this album. Not a bad album, just not as good as their other 4 previous. Then you have 1977's Freeways, the 6th studio album by the band. The last to feature Randy Bachman. The band had just pretty much petered out at this point. This should have been a solo album by Randy Bachman, really. It's enjoyable. I can't say I like it a lot. It's just an enjoyable album. It really didn't do much. Bachman wrote all the songs and sang on most of them except for 2 of them. Which is a shame because Fred Turner's the better singer. And even Fred Turner wasn't happy with the album. He said it should have been a Randy Bachman solo album. And then later on, Randy agreed with that statement, saying that it was rushed. There was a lot of egos going on at the time, and it should have been a solo album by him. But there's a couple of highlights off the album. Down Down, Shotgun Rider's a great track, and My Wheels Will Turn features an amazing soloist, Blair Thornton. The solo on that one is so good. Again, an underrated guitarist for sure. And then you've got their 7th album, Street Action. They had to change their name to BTO, even though they were known as BTO for most of their career. Legally, they couldn't use the name Bachman Turner Overdrive, so they had to change it to BTO because Randy Bachman didn't like the fact of using his surname. The first not to feature Randy Bachman, Jim Clench, great bassist and vocalist for April Wine, actually joined the band, and Fred Turner switched to rhythm guitar instead of bass. Turner and Clutch shared vocals, did an amazing job. They kind of went back to form. They kind of went back to their first 4 albums on this one. It's a heavy album. Sounds awesome. I really like it. It got back to like the Not Fragile and BTO 2 and 4-wheel drive days. The title track is great. Street Actions. You got Madison Avenue, Down the Road. Just a couple of great tracks. And Jim Clench does an amazing job on that one. And then finally their 8th album, Rock and Roll Nights. Their 8th album by the band, as I said. Not the best selling album, but it still managed to release a single, Heartaches. Jim Vallance and Bryan Adams wrote tracks for the album, and Bryan Adams wrote the song "Wasted Time," and he would actually use that on his solo album. And Fred Turner and Jim Clench would be part of that solo album as well. They played Heartache in Jamaica on American Bandstand in 1979, actually. But it was a time when the disco era was coming out, so the album didn't do much, unfortunately. It would be oh, Kiss actually. Sorry, I was trying to read my notes here. Rock and Roll. Rock and Roll Nights actually was later covered by Kiss on the Creatures of the Night album, and Rick Springfield would use the song Jamaica on his 1982 album Success Hasn't Gone to My Head Yet. The band would break up, unfortunately, after this album in 1980. They would eventually get back together again with Randy Bachman in 1983, but these first 8 albums are the gem of their career. I would say their first 4 albums are the best on this one. But sorry, I'm so sorry about coughing. I apologize. But BTO, definitely a band you need to listen to and check out, and I'm sure you will enjoy these guys. And there's more to just the hits on these ones, of course. Anyway, have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.